and welcome to WrestleTalk Showcase. I'm Ollie Davis, this is Luke Owen, and this is episode 3 of our new series where we're putting the spotlight on independent wrestlers and wrestling promotions.
Because support WrestleTalk, support independent wrestling.
Coming up as this episode's featured match, we've got the UK's show stealer Nathan Cruz taking on the star of WXW in Germany, Bobby Guns.
But to kick things off, we've got more from WrestleGate Pro's Emerald Grand Prix, where the winner will become the promotion's first ever WrestleGate Heavyweight Champion at their next show on October 5th. You can buy tickets for that using the link in the video description down below.
The WrestleTalk Showcase is all about putting the focus on new talent, and there are few more promising than Lucas Steel, a man that many experts in the UK feel has an incredibly bright future in this industry.
Steel already beat Kid in his Block B match in impressive order.
I have never seen anybody put so much into a lariat. Oh! Pancake City!
And now, maybe time for the standout powerbomb from Lucas Steel. Yes,
what goes up must come down.
What a powerbomb from Steel. The cover, Gabriel Kidd, is out cold, and Lucas Steel's plan has worked.
Now, in our opening contest, Steel faces the man we saw beat Gabriel Kidd last week, the Phoenix, Jody Fleisch. Fleisch is a British wrestling trailblazer who revolutionised high-flying in Europe, and his win over Kidd shows the 22-year veteran hasn't lost a high-flying step.
But can he beat a man who's amazingly been alive only 12 months longer than Fleisch has been wrestling in the Standout Lucas Steel? Still only 23 years old, Steel is a 6'6" phenomenon in British wrestling, and industry experts are predicting great things in his future.
And a win over Fleisch would be just the start, securing a spot to crown the first ever WrestleGate champion on October 5th. Enjoy!
He calls himself the Standout. Me personally,
He is the Standout Lucas Steel.
I would call him an opportunist.
Whatever you want to call him, he already has 2 points in the bank, and he did it with the shortest time expended of anyone in their first match. So Lucas Steel, you're quite right, I think he is an opportunist. He took advantage of the fact that Gabriel Kidd had already had a match when Steel came out here, but that does mean he has definitely more gas left in the tank than just about anybody else still in this tournament.
Personally, I think he's going to need it, as I alluded to previously. He's the biggest man in this particular block, and he's going up against the lightest man in this block.
This is Jody Fleisch.
Now, Jody Fleisch has been around the block plenty of times. He has wrestled men of all sizes and shapes. What does Fleisch need to do? Is it a case of he uses that speed, he tries to wear out the big man early? Is that his only hope? If this match goes longer, does that favour Fleisch? If this one goes shorter, then Lucas Steel can catch him early and end it.
The Phoenix, hit and run, hit and run, hit and run.
But see, this is my point about Fleisch, right? Fleisch is the smaller man. Normally, if he finds himself in a situation against a much bigger opponent, that's what he'd do. He'd do rope-a-dope, right? He would try and wear out the big man, try and extend the match as long as possible, and get that stamina advantage. But as you say, he won't have that this time because Steel had less time in the ring earlier. So what do? What's plan B if you're Jody Fleisch?
Hire an army? Obviously, no, you can't do that. I think he's just got to find a weakness, a chink in the armor. Take out the man's legs.
You only take one moment of power from Lucas Steel to win it. He had Fleisch briefly on his shoulders there. If he did a power slam, you've got to think that could have been over early. It could still be over early because Steel with the fall-away slam.
And that just rocked Fleisch in his socks.
Worst possible start, I think, for Fleisch. An avalanche in the corner as well from Steel to follow up. God, he's a beast. Absolute beast is Lucas Steel. This could be over in a matter of seconds, and Fleisch kicked out on 2.
I mean, he's not known for going in with bigger men. I mean, he has a history of being possibly the ultimate British cruiserweight. but he can fight. He can punch above his weight.
I mean, he's fought heavyweights. He's a two-time British heavyweight champion in FWA back in the day, and he's not just a cruiserweight wrestler, you know. He's able to compete against everyone. You're seeing it here because he just sent Steel to the outside. With Jody Fleisch. Fleisch's best moment of the match so far. Can he get the advantage here? Yes, he can!
High risk, high reward.
Fleisch getting the crowd behind him. Steel now back in the ring. Fleisch joins him.
Whoa!
Misses time and time again. Look at the speed, look at the agility, the reflexes of Jody Fleisch.
That is half man, half cat. And unfortunately, that's one of his 9 lives.
Fleisch to the ropes.
Oh, yes!
Hurricane Rana from Fleisch.
Beautiful.
Could have lost all the way to the other lives there if that had been a power bomb, but Fleisch was able to convert it into the Hurricane Rana. Here he comes! Swatted in midair like a fly. Bicycle kick doesn't hit.
Yes!
The super kick from Fleisch does.
And there was enough behind it to drop Steel.
Knee right into the abdomen from Steel to Fleisch. Fleisch will back with lands on his feet. Drop kick.
Yes!
Unpredictable is Jody Fleisch. Every bit as great as he was in those early 2000s when he won all those championships. Steel is struggling to maintain his balance, perched upon that top turnbuckle, and that is not the most comfortable part of town for someone the size of Steel.
I think it's about to become a whole lot less comfortable. Fleisch has got himself up onto the top floor. Steel trying to fight it off, slaps the short ribs.
Fleisch again lands on his feet.
And
Steel brought off the top.
Got just enough contact around the ears. Somebody grab some of those. I don't matter how you're going for it.
This could do it for Fleisch. No. Jody Fleisch, a 1/10 of a second away from winning B block.
How galling would that have been for Lucas Steel, though? Someone claps you around the ears and gets a pinfall out of it. Yeah, galling.
Yeah, I think Steel is enraged now. Steel, the powerbomb, the standout powerbomb from Steel. What's he doing?
He's set up for choke slam.
The choke slam. Sit out choke slam from Steel. The cover from Lucas Steel, and Lucas Steel is your winner of B block.
And your winner, Lucas Steel.
Lucas Steel wins B block, advances to the championship match in October, and that means there is only one more obstacle remaining between Lucas Steel and championship gold.
Raw power overcomes experience there as the standout Lucas Steel beats Fleisch. Steel will now fight the winner of Block A in the Emerald Grand Prix final, which will decide the first ever WrestleGate heavyweight champion.
And he'll have very stiff competition, like super strong style stiff, as he'll meet the winner of Rampage Brown and All Japan legend Shuji Ishikawa, an epic match that we'll be showing on next week's episode.
Now it's time for our huge main event as one of the best wrestlers in Germany takes on one of the very best in the UK.
The show stealer Nathan Cruz, who now goes by the name The Professional, will be familiar to fans of Progress and WOS wrestling and is considered as one of the most talented professionals in Europe today.
And he'll be going up against one of the most charismatic WXW standout, the King of Smoke style, Guns. Bob B. Guns. If you like your wrestling to feature, well, wrestling, you're going to enjoy this one.
A deeply cynical, cunning, some would say malevolent force in British wrestling.
From the East Riding of Yorkshire, he is the Professional Nathan Cruz.
But whatever else you would say about Nathan Cruz, you would have to agree when he says that from head to toe, he is a pro.
He is one of the most technically gifted, proficient individuals in ring in the UK at this time. He's also possibly one of the most cerebral.
And he has a permanent chip on his shoulder, it seems to me. He seems to think wherever he goes, he doesn't get the respect that someone of his standing, his stature deserves. I was speaking to him earlier today, which was deeply unpleasant, and he said that his opponent tonight, being from Germany, known for his technical wrestling skills, he sees that as personally insulting, because to him, it is Britain where technical wrestling is at its best. So for a German to come over here and to claim that he is a technical wrestling expert is something that Cruz very emphatically wants to disprove tonight.
Well, Cruz is entitled to have an opinion. We are all entitled to have opinions, but an individual's ignorance is not equal to facts. I will agree that, yes, British wrestling by and large, snake pit style, the catch as catch can style, is traditionally seen as being a British school of wrestling, and our technical wrestlers have gone the world over. But it's not unique to the UK.
And introducing his opponent.
Smoking kills, but Bobby Guns is a killer.
From Bremen, Germany, he is the king of foot style, Bobby Guns.
And that smoke you see behind him is just a small fraction of the smoke that he produces on a daily basis, the king of smoke style. And one of the best in Europe by virtue of the fact that he is the unified world wrestling champion over at WXW. Bobby Guns makes his WrestleGate debut.
Well, the audience has already made up their mind who it is that they're going to cheer for tonight. And I'm sorry, it's not the man who's currently in ring.
Nathan Cruz has made his disdain for WrestleGate Pro fans known on numerous occasions. So
He's made his disdain for WrestleGate fans and WrestleGate Pro in general known without even entering the building. Let's be honest about it.
This will be only the second time we've seen Cruz inside a WrestleGate Pro ring, but he seems to have been very much involved in the antics of Lucas Steel in the past few months as well.
Yeah.
Cruz, to use the word you use, cerebral. That's exactly what Cruz is, always thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead, 2 or 3 shows ahead to where he'd like to be. But look at him, look at the anger, look at the disdain on Cruz's face, just at the sound of the crowd cheering for someone else.
Well, the referee is calling for a show of sportspersonship.
Yeah, good luck.
Now, if Cruz really wants to be an ambassador for the British style, then yeah, good man. Oh!
Well, kind of a handshake, I guess. Bell rings are underway. This is, of course, non-tournament action. Tonight in the Emerald Grand Prix, we still have the final matches from A Block and B Block to come, both of which will be decisive, given how results went earlier in the evening. But right now, it is England versus Germany, 2 men who both fancy themselves, as we said, as technical wrestlers. We're seeing some of those skills from Bobby Guns in the opening seconds here.
Yeah, the question I find myself asking, though, is yes, technical wrestling, that's going to be the meat and potatoes of this match, no two ways about it. But just as an aside, quickly, compare the size, the build of Bobby Guns to Nathan Cruz. Nathan, I'm saying, has probably been hitting the gym quite a bit lately. He's
not just lately. I mean, he's had that kind of physique for much of his career. He is absolutely dedicates himself not just to these few minutes a night where he's in the ring, but he's in the gym day in, day out. His nutrition is second to none. Again, you might not like the guy, but he is very much dedicated to his craft.
Would it be fair to say he's a professional?
Indeed.
Indeed, yes. But he does have the size advantage here. He does have the strength advantage here. Now, the question is whether Bobby Guns, is his technical finesse enough to give him the edge here? You know, small guy can beat a big guy. There's no two ways about it. But is that going to be enough at this time? As you've already said, Mr. Cruz has a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder. I wonder, is that going to flare up Is and I don't mean that in a Rick sense. I'm meaning is that going to become an issue? At some point, is he going to feel that he's been out-techniqued? Like now, for instance.
That's a good question. I mean, will Cruz get overly frustrated? Will that cause him to make a mistake if he does feel like he's being embarrassed here by Guns? Guns trying to stomp on the elbow, and lucky for Cruz, he got out of the way.
That could have been a dislocated elbow, fractured wrist. I wanted to say ulnar, but I'm not too sure if that is the bone in the arm or not.
Should have paid more attention in biology class, yeah. Grab the leg, and Cruz is trying to find away from that ankle. Look at that twist on the ankle from Bobby Guns.
Oh, this time he gets it.
Man. That could be it. That could be it, because if Nathan Cruz has a broken ankle, if he can't stand up, how's he going to compete against Bobby Guns?
It doesn't even need to be broken, though. All he needs to have done there is tweaked or ruptured the tendons.
Cruz is infuriated. Cruz is absolutely livid with Bobby Guns.
Oh!
Guns takes him down by the elbow again. This time he's going to try
and he gets it.
Gets it.
Didn't get all of it.
Got some of it though, and he's already done the same to the ankle. So Bobby Guns is dismantling Nathan Cruz systematically at the moment.
Question, it's not something I've ever really noticed before. Is Nathan Cruz left-handed or right-handed?
Cruz will tell you he's both-handed.
I asked that because it is the left side of Cruz that Guns is focused on with the ankle and the wrist.
The optimus hold now from Bobby Guns as Cruz is having to carry the entire weight of his opponent to get to the ropes, and that will have expended an inordinate amount of energy for Nathan Cruz.
And a big knee, upside of the chin.
Oh, Cruz catches him though, Cruz catches him with the shoulders down for 2.
Oh! And there was nothing technical about that. That was an elbow to the jaw.
Yeah, right in the mouth of Bobby Guns. Might make it harder for him to smoke for a couple of days. Back elbow from Guns. I think that annoys Cruz as well. You know, the fact that Guns smokes means that Cruz thinks he's in some way a lesser athlete than him. Cruz just has this superiority complex.
When it comes to smoking, I got 2 words for you. Shinya Hashimoto. End of.
Cover and 2 count for Guns, who floated over into that pin. No wasted motion whatsoever from the King of Smoke style.
Well, maybe his smoking actually is to the benefit because, you know, lowered lung capacity, he has to make better use of what breath he can take. I'm spitballing here, I don't mean it. I'm a reformed smoker, I hate all smokers, obviously.
Bobby Guns is up on the top turn.
Whoa.
Yeah, Cruz trying to use the referee as a human shield. Referee, to his credit, having none of it. Guns got caught by Cruz and dropped through first over the top rope. There's a neck breaker from Cruz.
Oh, damn.
The cover from the Professional to defeat the unified World Wrestling Champion of WXW, but he somehow was able to escape the pin and stay in the match. Cruz, though, in control.
I have to question, you know, if Cruz has got this issue with, you know, someone coming over here claiming to be a technical wrestler, you know, draping your opponent over the rope and then sitting on them. That's not really what I would consider technical wrestling. And after trying to use a referee as a human shield,
well, look, he's not exactly the most self-aware man, Nathan Cruz. Let's put it politely.
Yeah, let's not go there, okay?
Face first, though, goes Guns into that turnbuckle. You were talking about that turnbuckle pad earlier. I think it's still a little low. Guns may have gone into an unprotected turnbuckle pad, at least slightly there. Here comes Cruz with the suplex.
Oh, yes, and he floats over, hooks the leg.
Cover from Cruz for a 2 count. It's definitely the Professional who has been the aggressor in these past few minutes.
I'm going to take you back, though, to my earlier comment. The extra body mass he's carrying, all the effort that he's putting in, at some point, the tank has got to start going into the red. Bobby Guns, he's carrying less mass. He may be taking a shellacking at the moment, but as we saw earlier, smaller guy, he can recover quicker.
I mean, if you're relying on Nathan Cruz's conditioning to be a weakness, I think you might be waiting a long time.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that as a valid point. That's the valid rebuttal.
Cruz is the uppercut. One back from Bobby Guns on the outside. Referee has a count going up to 5. Remember, it's a 20 count here. As Guns with another uppercut. Cruz is trying to escape the young German who's still in his Mid-20s is Bobby Guns.
Both men back in the ring. It's Guns who's back at the vertical base first, though. He should be getting in there.
He's getting in there now. He's going to send Cruz to the ropes with a counter from Cruz.
Oh!
Big knee right into the jaw.
If Bobby Guns had just committed sooner, that the outcome there might have been completely different.
Yeah, it's a seconds of hesitation could change everything here, and that may be what happened to Guns, I think.
Oh!
Knee right to the head that can
Back
rattle
of the
your brain.
head. Yeah, just...
The front face on here, trying to pick Guns up. What's he looking for? Cruz trying for something. Guns is battling away to try and free himself. Cruz maybe trying to lift him up.
Oh, sleeper.
Here we go. The sleeper from Bobby Guns.
And the rope break. Guns, though, breaks it straight. Oh, beautiful knee lift.
Right into the face of Nathan Cruz. Cruz is stunned. Can Guns capitalize? Guns off the ropes a second time. The PK. Running kick right into the chest of Nathan Cruz. Cruz is reeling.
Guns backed into the corner.
Charges
yes.
forearm first into the face of Cruz. The German suplex now is Guns. Cruz goes behind. Crawls back underneath. A full Nelson from Bobby Guns. And now the German suplex right on the back of the head of Cruz.
Releases it. Allows Cruz to roll through the corner. Runs in himself. Delivers a forearm shot. Now he's going to go up to the top. Got a long way to go, though. Cruz is 3/4 of the way across the ring.
Cruz doesn't know where Guns is, and that's the key point for Guns!
Oh!
Guns gave Cruz both barrels there. The cover from Guns.
Oh!
Now he's looking for the leg bar. Cruz not allowing that to happen. Cruz very, very quickly. Almost in a state of panic there, getting into the ropes.
Another German suplex. This time he holds it, bridges out.
The cover for Guns, and the German suplex doesn't get it done for the King of Smoke style.
What is going to be going through Nathan Cruz's head right now? He has just eaten 2 suplexes, pretty much back to back. He's been on the receiving end of at least 1 pinfall attempt, a submission attempt, which he only got out of by virtue of being too close to the ropes.
I think Cruz maybe underestimated Bobby Guns a little bit. He's finding out just how talented this young man is. Guns is manipulating those fingers of Cruz.
Oh! Nathan Cruz will not be playing the piano tonight. Ow!
Now what?
That looks like it's a reversed armbar.
Yeah, I think that's Cruz. Cruz is he trying to do for the armbar was Guns, but Cruz got out of it. He gets pushed away. Cruz looking for the show stolen. Guns pushes to the rope there, clothesline.
Beautifully done.
Guns with Cruz in the corner, charges in. Cruz throws him away, he lands face first, middle of the ring.
Bobby Guns just got pancaked. 10 feet up, all the way back down, express elevator.
Those eyes have glazed over from Bobby Guns, and that won't help. Cruz will send himself rather to the ropes. Guns with another one of those uppercuts.
Bobby Guns thinks this is the end. Cruz catches him.
The slingshot into the suplex from Cruz.
Pinfall attempt, deep hook of the legs.
It's not enough.
2 counts.
Yeah, the kick out.
Oh, wait.
Crossface, going for the crossface, trying to get that arm of Bobby Guns. Guns is too near the bottom rope, and Cruz will have to adjust his plans.
Position is everything.
Bobby Guns was lucky that he found himself close to the ropes, close enough to prevent Cruz from being able to connect really with that crossface, didn't get it locked in. Now Guns trying to find some kind of foothold here as Cruz, he is so tenacious, like a pit bull when he gets the advantage, is Nathan Cruz. It's another uppercut from Guns. He's done uppercut multiple times to great effect. That's why he keeps going back to it, because it's obviously rattling Cruz whenever he uses it. Cruz was slow with the right hand.
Oh, another German!
I mean, he's at 3 now from Bobby Guns.
Yep. 2 released. 1 held on and bridged. Both men slow to make it back to the vertical base. Guns is up first. Looks like he's signaling for another European uppercut. Cruz backing himself into the corner.
Here comes Guns. Another uppercut in the corner. Cruz, if he didn't have the turnbuckles there, I think he would have crumpled to the canvas. Oh! Boot to the face from Guns. Now Guns to the ropes. Cruz catches him Enziguri. The Enziguri, and now Cruz on the shoulders is Guns. Going to show stolen, a counter by Guns. An armbar, the armbar.
Yeah, he's got a Fujiwara. Is that a full Fujiwara?
Calls it the swish armbar. The swish armbar from Bobby Guns.
Oh, he's got it locked in. He's got it locked in.
His whole body weight pressing down that left shoulder as well. Cruz with no option here. Nathan Cruz, he's gonna have to tap.
Whoa, he rolled. How the hell did he roll through?
What a counter. Russian leg sweep. Oh, roll through, look at that for a roll through. Nathan Cruz, now he's got the crossface. Guns with nowhere to go. Crossface, tap out, and Nathan Cruz wins it.
And your winner, Nathan Cruz.
That was impressive. That was impressive. The way Nathan Cruz rolled through into that crossface, cinched it backward absolutely ruthlessly. Bobby Guns with absolutely no option, nowhere to go. He had to tap out.
Nathan Cruz with an impressive submission victory over Guns.
And technically, lots of German suplexes because he's German.
I get it, Luke. Tune in next week as we'll have the final Block A match, an epic clash between Rampage Brown and Shuji Ishikawa as it builds to the Emerald Grand Prix finals on October 5th.
You can get tickets for that WrestleGate show in Nottingham by clicking the link in the video description down below, where Ollie and I will also be doing a live Wrestle Ramble podcast.
Now click the video that's just appeared on screen to watch episode 2 of the WrestleTalk Showcase.
Give us a subscribe and enable notifications so you know first when the episode premieres next Monday.
I've been Ollie Davis, this has been Luke Owen, and that was Independent Wrestling.